An Indianapolis church wants people to know they're welcome just as they are. And tonight they're offering a special New Year's Eve service. Wish TV's multicultural reporter Kateira Winfrey explains what makes Powerhouse Church radically inclusive.
There is power in this place.
They loved all the trauma and literally the hell out of me.
At least that's what the pastor and congregants at Powerhouse Church will tell you. Tiana Thompson knows that story personally. She came to Powerhouse Church when she was homeless and didn't believe in God. She also felt shunned by other churches and her family, all because she's a lesbian.
You know, I was raised in a church. I was raised Baptist, and I was taught more that God hated me rather than the things that I could do through Christ.
For 7 years, the church at 4110 East New York Street in Indianapolis has been a safe space for those who haven't quite felt welcomed at other traditional churches. Many here are part of the LGBTQ community.
Before we purchased our own facility like we have now, they didn't want us worshiping in their facility. They didn't want us worshiping with their congregation,
including the pastor, Apostle Keith McQueen.
We don't see the Bible as a weapon against another person, but a weapon against condemnation and guilt and shame and fear and bondage.
The church calls itself radically inclusive, revival-centered, and built on the gospel of Christ. Acceptance in the community has improved, but the pastor says many don't quite understand that this is just church.
It's the same God that's on the inside of you. It's the same God that's on the inside of me. And I think people are gradually catching on to that in Indianapolis.
But it's also catching on in other places. There are now branches of Powerhouse Church in Chicago, Boston, and coming soon to Denver. Thompson says even if this is something you can't agree with, the growth shows God's favor.
You gotta let God be God.
That was Kateira Winfrey reporting. The church says the work they are doing is not over. In the new year, they'll be moving to a new location. And in May, they'll be opening the doors to a new residential housing for those in need. Service tonight begins at 9:30.